Why, hello, boys and girls. I hope that you're ready for another exciting Wi-Fi battle from TheKillerNacho. This time, we're going to battle frostigar480 again, and this is a guy that I battled, I believe, in Gen 6 quite a couple times. I wouldn't say quite a bit, but he's a very talented battler, and I'm looking forward to it. And this is an NU match. I think I've yet to win an NU match on YouTube, at least for Gen 6, sorry, Gen 7. So, maybe this is my lucky day. I'm gonna go ahead and lead with my, oh my god, Crabominable. Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. I can't say this Pokemon's name for some reason. Oh, whatever. So my crab apple thing does carry Earthquake, and I do have Life Orb, and I was kind of hoping that he did go for the Z Acupressure, which is kind of all the rage among these things because it gives a critical hit boost on a Pokemon that already has a critical hit boost, which I believe guarantees critical hits. Unfortunately for him, he apparently did not think I carried Earthquake, but I do. So he's going to go into Emboar now, and I really do not want to take a Flare Blitz on my Crabominable. I'm going to have to say that Pokemon's name slow. So I'm just going to go to my Quagsire, which is, should be able to take even a Flare Blitz from this thing. He actually ends up doing slightly more than I would have liked, so that leads me to believe this might be a Choice Banded one. They're usually always either Choice Banded or Scarfed. Yeah, that's usually what I see for Emboar. So, he's going to go out into his Hitmonchan, not liking the matchup. I'm just going to go for a Scald. It would have been super effective, or, maybe get a burn on the switch. He ends up not getting burned on his Hitmonchan, and, them's the breaks. Everyone else gets the burn with Scald, and, not me. At least not yet. So, I decided to switch out. I want to keep my Quagsire for later. I go into my Necrozma because I kind of like to, scare this thing away, and also set up my Stealth Rocks. Now, he is going to go ahead and go for the Toxic, which is a really nice play. I mean, he would have gotten Quagsire pretty good, but it's also a really nice thing to get on my Necrozma, because I am, I believe, a specially bulky Necrozma set. Bulky is the key word. I'm not really an offensive Necrozma. Most Necrozmas aren't. And I can't believe Necrozma still hasn't been quick banned from NU. When the tier first came out, I was like, wait, it's NU? I thought it'd be a huge problem, but apparently it's holding its own. I don't know. I guess Necrozma kind of sucks. So, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and set up those Stealth Rocks, and I am still poisoned, though, and that is going to wither me down. He's going to go into Cradily, which I really can't touch because it's a special wall, so I'm just going to go into my Crabominable again, and just go for the Ice Hammer, which is stabbed and super effective, and that thing is dead, so I don't know why he stayed in, actually, because he's weak to both of my stab moves. I could have either went for that, or I believe I have Close Combat. I forget the fighting move I have on this thing. But, yeah, I do have one, and I really could have gone with either. I was considering what he would switch into, and he ends up just staying in, which actually I'm actually surprised. I was, like I said, predicting a switch. So he's going to go out into his Kecleon now, and I've been seeing these things in NU, and I was expecting the, Drain Punch. Instead, he just goes for the Fake Out, which is a good thing to, just go for when you switch in. And now that he's a normal type, well, yeah, that's fine. I was hoping that he'd obviously go for that. I'd resist that, and then I'd be able to hit him with a super effective Psychic. Unfortunately, he just does that, so I'm just going to go for the, T-Wave to paralyze it. I'm not even sure why, because Kecleon's not even fast. I guess I just did that for the chance to paralyze. I don't know. The chance to freeze him in his paralysis. I don't know. I'm just going to go for the recover here. I'm trying to get HP back. Unfortunately, like I said, I brought a specially bulky Necrozma instead of my physically bulky one. But I do end up, I guess, taking that Fire Blast not that well either. This Necrozma kind of sucks, I guess. Oh well, this is why Necrozma is NU, folks. And it hasn't actually gotten banned from it yet. So I'm just going to go for that Psychic. He did go for the knockoff earlier, because it's super effective, and presumably to get, be immune to my one and only attacking move, which is Psychic. But then he thought he could kill me, I guess, and, became a Fire type, so I can Psychic him, which is good because that leaves this Necrozma in really low HP. I'm just going to go into my Dodrio now. He's going to try to Shadow Sneak. I'm not really sure if he just derped here, or if maybe he thought, he probably knew I was choiced. Maybe he was hoping that I would, lock myself into Return or something. But no, this is a Choice Banded, Dodrio, and I just do go for the, Brave Bird. There's no reason for me not to. None of his Pokemon take Brave Bird. So he's going to go into Hitmonchan here, which is kind of an odd switch considering pretty sure he knows I'm locked into Brave Bird. Decided to switch out into Quagsire, not really sure what to expect, and he ends up just going for a Mach Punch. So yeah, he was just going for the priority, and I don't know why he would do that, because we would obviously die to the Brave Bird. And obviously he's not going to be able to kill me with Mach Punch. I mean, Dodrio is pretty frail, but it's still not going to die to a Mach Punch. Oh well, so I played it safe, and he just goes for the Rapid Spin, which is good for him, and the Hitmons all carry Rapid Spin these days because they can, and it's just great, great utility. Anyway, I'm just going to go for the Scald, and finally, I do get the bird, so yay! Unfortunately, this doesn't seem to be like a really offensive Hitmonchan. In fact, it looks very, very toolbox, kind of like a Hitmontop, to be honest. Because I think Hitmontop is not legal in NU. I think it's a higher tier. So, yeah, that's why he's running Hitmonchan. I guess the little brother. Anyway, so yeah, he poisons me, which is not great, obviously, because I knew that he had it, but I guess I just either didn't care or didn't remember. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I should be able to still wall this thing out. He has no way to obviously recover his HP. I'm just going to go for an Earthquake now, hoping that maybe it does a little bit more. It looked kind of like this Hitmonchan was especially bulky, I don't know. But he ends up surprising with the counter. I had not revealed Earthquake yet, and that just, I don't even know how he did that. It's like I would have assumed that he would have just thought I kept going for Scald, but I guess he thought it was just, you know, a decent risk just to go for it, and it ends up working out for him because he does hit me with that counter. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't do enough, really, or I don't do enough to him in order to actually kill my Quagsire, so I'm just going to go ahead and go for the recover, and that's pretty much a free recover for me because he does try to go for the counter again. Not that it really mattered, because if I just Earthquaked him again, he would be dead, so I probably should have picked something else, realizing that fact, but oh well. He's still withering me down due to the Toxic Poison, and I think I decided just to kill him here, or do I switch? Can't remember. Oh, no, I switch. I switch out because I need to keep Quagsire for Emboar. That's right. So I'm going to go into my Virizion, and he's just going to keep going for counter for some reason. It's kind of puzzling, actually, because I know for a fact he can't live it. But he's just going to keep going for it, as I just go out into my Virizion, and I'm just going to go for the Giga Drain. This is, I believe, a Specs Virizion. It's a really weird set. Or maybe not. No, this might be a Scarf. I don't know. No, or maybe it's Specs Virizion. I don't remember this set at all. And it's about to just die, because I stay in. And, yeah, it just goes for the Psyshock, and that's going to murder me. So, yeah, Rip Virizion. But, this does appear to be a Scarf Meloetta. It's the most popular set of it, so I'm just going to go out and assume that he's locked into it, going out into my Malamar, which is a Dark type. And, yeah, he's going to go into Emboar, so I just go for the Superpower to get some stats. And like I said earlier, I kind of suspect this thing is a Choice Banded set, so even with a +1 defense, I'm not really super confident that I can take a hit very well, so I'm just going to go back into Quagsire, knowing that Quagsire, should be able to take pretty much anything for this Emboar. He does go for that Flare Blitz. Well, not anything, because that actually appears to be a 2-hit KO. In fact, I think he's going to be able to take out my Quagsire here. And, yeah, that is definitely Choice Banded. This Quagsire is bulky, so it's pretty rare for something to be able to do that much damage to it. And, yeah, here comes the second Flare Blitz, which will be able to take me out. It will leave this Emboar in a precarious situation, however, due to the recoil associated with Flare Blitz. And I still have my Dodrio, and I know how to use it. Of course, I do carry Quick Attack, but that's what I'm just going to do, just in case he is randomly Scarfed. But like I said, I'm almost certainly sure is Banded. Also, this Meloetta can come in, and this thing is Scarf, so I decided to switch out just to see what he'd lock himself into. I'd go to Malamar, and he does go for the Hyper Voice, which is actually fine with me because I can just take that pretty nicely on Malamar, and I'm going to be able to kill this thing. He decides to run here, just realizing that he had it lost. I guess it saves us both a little bit of time, but yeah, I did have the obviously Dark move. I believe I had Night Slash or something like that. Or maybe not. I think it was Knockoff, actually, on my Malamar. Would have been probably able to kill it. Today's question of the day is, what is your favorite Ice-type Pokemon? Now, Ice is a type that, it's kind of a liability to have it as one of your types due to the fact that it's one of the worst defensive typing in the game, but is one of the best offensive types. Unfortunately, like I said, not a lot of Ice types get used in the higher tiers due to it being a poor defensive typing and the fact that a lot of Pokemon get Ice moves anyway that aren't Ice types. especially water types get a lot of ice moves. And usually ice is X4 effective against things you would use it against, so it's not like you really need the stab boost. But there are definitely some ice types that can do some work. Crab in a bowl definitely did some work this battle. As for me, I'd probably have to go with Weavile, but I do also like Aurorus, and I always liked Articuno, and one more. Let me just name drop one more. Alolan Sandslash is pretty cool. So leave a comment about that, and see you guys again next time. Later.